morning. We're doing something a little bit different today. So, that question, how many of you like science? Science, like kind of like biology, marine biology. So I've been really intrigued by kind of science and the whole biology of animals. Something I've been love to do. And so I thought today, to show the greatness of God, I'll be kind of doing like a, so to speak, like a scientific talk, kind of, so to speak, of the cuttlefish. And I'm not sure, I have a picture right here, I'm not sure about a bigger picture, but cuttlefish, y'all see that pretty well. It's a fascinating creature, and it's pretty common wildlife, marine animal that a lot of people, see very often, but really some people dive and pass this mollusk. It's simple, but yet extraordinarily incredible. So, of course, this is a lot of these scientific words that I can't quite memorize, so I'll be reading it off. But before that, I just want to say that since I've got a passion for discovering more about the scientific study of God's creatures. It's incredible. His greatness and His design is just absolutely beyond what we can imagine. So the cuttlefish, there's different sizes. They usually go from 1 inch to 3 feet long. The bigger ones are located in Australia. They're called the Goliath cuttlefish, I believe. Giant cuttlefish, and they're a mollusk, and what I really like about them the most is what they say, that the eye of a cuttlefish, which is similar to a squid, it's very similar to our own eye, the human eye. And what intrigued me the most about the cuttlefish is eye. So I'm going to read this little piece in this article. So this says, the cuttlefish also has eyes which are similar in construction to human eyes, but evolutionists do not believe it has any direct evolutionary relationship to humans. There is no possible ancestor both to cuttlefish or humans that could have such an eye. So the similarity is explained away as convergent evolution. The eyes of the cuttlefish and other cephalopods evolved independently to humans. In other words, it is simply an evolutionary coincidence, which we know is not correct, and I'll get into that a little bit. But this is what they say. However, the similarity in design of both the cuttlefish and the human eye is easily explained. They have the same designer. The origins of this amazing features of the cuttlefish can be more easily explained if we accept that it's just another miraculous example of the work of our Creator. So, diving into the eye. The eye of a human, which is incredible. You can think, you're looking at me right now with your eyes, and every second you are registering you have 130 million light rods in your eye, and every single second your eye is taking in those light rods, converting them into messages that send to your brain 1 billion messages a second to your brain. Every second you get 1 billion messages to your brain that explains what you see, and every light that goes into your eye is there's so much more that you can talk about the eye, just the eye alone. And what evolutionists say, what the lies that they believe, is that the eye evolved over a 3 million year time period. And for that to happen, every single nerve, every single part of that eye had to be lined up perfectly over that 3 million years, which is impossible. One mistake would have just completely destroyed, and so to speak, we would not have eyes. And that's just one eye. And so, but we know God created the eye with His design, with His incredible, amazing greatness. We know that He created the eye. And there's so much you can say about the eye. Actually, Charles Darwin himself said the evolutionary design of the eye is absolutely absurd. He actually said it was absurd that an eye could have evolved, and it's just crazy. And that's just the eye alone. Just the eye alone could have taken 3 million years. Not talking about the nerves that go from your eye to your brain. And your brain, I won't get into that, but the brain is even more complex than the eye. And to say that it happened by chance is just completely, it's not even true. So it just points to the amazing greatness of our Creator. And I think Romans 1:20 is a verse that really came to me. So this is in the Passion Translation. Opposition to the truth cannot be excused on the basis of ignorance, because from the creation of the world, the invisible qualities of God's nature have been made powerfully visible, such as his eternal power and transcendence. He has made his wonderful attributes easily perceived, for seeing the visible makes us understand the invisible. So this leaves everyone without excuse. So what that just says to me, the greatness of his design, the absolute amazing creation he has given to us. It is so complex, everyone's without excuse of that amazing creation. And so many scientists have said, they believe all on faith, just like Christians do, in God and creation. And you hear so many people say, I'm trusting science, I'm trusting this, and they pretty much are saying what we are saying. We are told we have faith, and the world lives on faith. God created in faith. He spoke in faith, and the world came to be. All creation came to be. He spoke on day 5, I believe, and created the oceans. He spoke, and there are birds. He spoke, and there are animals. Their trees grew when he spoke. It is all through faith. And everyone lives by faith, no matter what you believe in. You live in faith that it is true. So we need to have faith, no matter what circumstance, no matter where we are. We have faith that God is a good God. He is the greatest God ever, and he loves us so much that he sent his only son to die for us. And that's to think about that he would send. Some of you fathers here said, imagine sending your son to know that he would die for the whole world. And your son wanted to go. That is the love of the Father. That is beyond comprehension of that love. It's so much more love than what we could have. But he lives in us, and we have that same love living inside of us. That same hope, that same joy, that same power that living inside of us of our Father. It's amazing. It's amazing. Just really think. And also just back to the creation of it, just back to the cuttlefish, it's just the design of this simple yet extraordinary animal. It's what it is it's just giving glory to God in everything that it is. And also, if God cares so much to make the cuttlefish so extraordinary and so absolutely complex, your bodies are even more complex, and they give more glory to God. And he cares so much that he gave the cuttlefish an amazing camouflage system that it can change from, say, blue to green in an absolute second. It can flash colors. The coloration of the cuttlefish is incredible. It can actually has these little things on its body. It can raise them up, make himself look like a rock. He changes like a rock. Little parts of his body that actually curl and poke up. It's incredible. If he cares so much about the cuttlefish to create a camouflage system for it to survive and to show the absolute amazing power and care of himself, would he do that same for you? He created you to give glory back to him, to share that amazing message that he loves us so much, that he made us who we are. So I feel like, in conclusion, that glorify God in your bodies, and also share the message that he loves, to share the gospel that he loves us so much that he cares for us each and every day. Each and every day he gives us these privileges of living through our bodies. I mean, go on how much, just to make a fist, what has to communicate with all the muscles and nerves that go to my brain in 1 second just to make a fist. Just to think about that, to really think on the inside of your body, he created that with so much wisdom, so much knowledge. It's just amazing. So, the God is just so great and so amazing. We just give him praise and glory for that. That's all I have. Thank you.